Hey everyone, today we're going to be performing a battery change in a G-Shock GD-400, and this is the 3434 module. Let's get right into it. To perform this battery change, we're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver, ideally metal tweezers, but if you don't have metal tweezers, you can just use a metal paper clip, and our replacement battery, which is a CR2016. Getting started on this battery change, the first thing you're going to want to do is flip your watch over, and we're going to want to remove these 4 case back screws. And you do not need to remove the straps to perform this battery change. Unfortunately, I cannot remove this upper strap here, so I'll do my best to keep them out of the way so you can see what I'm doing inside the watch. So we'll remove those and set them aside for later. Now with those screws removed, we can simply lift our case back right off, and don't worry, sometimes the rubber gasket will come out stuck to the case back, but we'll go through reinstalling that when we're reassembling the watch. Now that we're inside the watch, the first thing we're going to want to do is grab this little rubber bumper layer and lift it out, set it aside for later. Our next step is going to be to remove our old battery, so I'm going to go ahead and rotate my watch around here. Now I've peeled up this sticker a little bit just so you can see what I'm doing a little bit easier. There's this little latch here, this metal latch sticks onto this plastic tab, and we want to grab our tweezers or that paper clip, go right in the middle, and pull out towards us, and that'll unlatch our battery housing. The sticker will sometimes be stuck to the battery, so I'll just slide something right underneath it to free it. Then we can grab that old battery, take it out, and get rid of it. Next, we're going to come on in with our new battery, and again, this is a CR2016. Simply going to slide it right in place of the old one. Make sure it's tucked in there good, and then we'll simply press that latch down, and you'll usually hear it click right into place. Now our new battery is installed. Next, we're going to want to perform our AC reset. This is simply going to reset our watch to factory defaults, clear any errors if there are any, and make sure everything is good to go. So this is where having those metal tweezers will come in handy, but if you're going to use a metal paper clip, you can simply bend it into an arch. We just want to have 2 metal points of contact. So I'm going to rotate my watch back around here. As we can see, there's a little label. It says AC right here, and there's an arrow pointing down into this hole. There's a little gold tab at the bottom of that hole. So to perform our reset, we want to contact one end of our metal to that gold tab and the other end to this silver metal on our module and hold it for just about 2 seconds. And now to ensure that we performed our reset correctly and that our watch is running, I always like to hold a finger over the spring here. You don't want to lose that spring because it's important for the sound of your watch. Hold that and I'll flip my watch over, and we should see our seconds start progressing from 0. So it's been about 30 since I performed that reset. Sounds right. So our watch is reset and we are ready to reassemble. Our first step in reassembly is going to be to reinstall that rubber bumper layer that we removed. So we just want to pay note of that spring on our module and this metal tab that's sticking up here. We want that spring to be sticking through the circular hole and the metal tab to stick up through this oval shaped hole. So we'll drop that gasket right in place and make adjustments if needed to make sure that those are properly protruding. We can also see there's little tabs all around the module. Those will be sticking up through their holes as well. Next, we're going to want to reinstall our case back gasket in case yours came out during disassembly. So as we can see, there's a flat part on our gasket, and if we look at the groove on our case back, we can see there's a flat part down here and the top is rounded. So we just want to match the shape, drop that right in place, and I like to use my tweezers to make some fine adjustments if needed. We just want to make sure that gasket is perfectly seated in the groove. Next, we're going to want to reinstall our case back. So as we can see on our case back, it kind of has the same shape with that flat part on the bottom. We just want to make sure that our G-Shock and Casio logo and everything is properly oriented. So we'll match that up with the gasket. we're simply going to drop it in place here. And as you can see, our straps, they move just like that. So when you put it on, it's going to kind of pull the strap together and keep them from flopping around. So we'll make sure these are fairly flat. I know it's a little tricky to see, but we're simply going to drop this right in place. Hold it down, and then drop our 4 screws in and get them tightened up. So what I usually will do is just hold that case back in place, drop my screws in, just kind of get them started, and now we can go ahead and snug them up. And remember, they don't need to be super tight, just nice and snug. And that's all there is to it. As we can see, all of our modes cycle, our beep is audible, and our backlight is working. So our watch is completely ready to set and wear again. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this battery changing tutorial. I really hope that everything was clear and helpful. If you have any questions for me, please be sure to leave them down below in the comments. And if you're interested in more tutorials and watch related content, please do consider checking out the channel and subscribing. I cover a wide range of G-Shock, Baby G, and normal Casio products, so stay tuned for more. Thanks everyone.